what's going on, guys? So before I start the video, I'd like to ask you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. So today we're going to be talking about rentals on Splinterlands. There's probably going to be big changes to rentals now that bots are pretty much out of Modern. We might have to buy some more wild cards, or who knows, but we'll see how market changes because bots will be moving to wild now, so probably less rentals in Modern, but we'll see. So this is what my rental account has owned. It is basically a bunch of gold foil cards from that I have earned from Chaos Legion packs, rewards chests, which is dailies, or season chests, or I have earned these from buying them with the amount of rental income we have made so far. But right now I'm only holding gold foil cards because I feel like they hold more value because there are less of them available, as well as there's less of them over on the whole marketplace, right? A couple of these, like these common ones, are pretty common, obviously because they're common. Then there's a couple rare ones in here. I don't have many epics or legendaries rented right now, but technically, realistically, there's certain cards that are really good rentals, some cards are really bad rentals, and I'm gonna show you guys a strategy that I'm gonna pull. I might end up buying some regular foil cards as well because realistically, I feel like now in the marketplace is different when you rent cards. Because when you rent cards, you don't really know what you're renting. If you don't care about if you're going for just golds, someone could come here and rent a level 9 common and put one of these death ones on here, which is actually not that expensive. 13 DC, not bad for a Shiba, right? I don't need it, right? But do I know did I know this card's gonna be gold foil? No, I just clicked it because it was the lowest amount of DC possible. So this card is actually gold foil, and I'm renting it for about the same as the DC rental here. I didn't refresh the marketplace, so it is a little outdated, I guess. So realistically, I could have got a gold foil, but I didn't even mean to get a gold foil. Is what I mean. Now that the market doesn't really affect what matters, because you're just gonna click the first one. Like I could click this one to rent, and I will not know if it's gold foil or not till I click rent or till I see it here. But it could be gold foil. That's pretty much what I mean. So technically, I don't think gold foils really matter much for rentals as they used to. Before, people would only specifically go for gold foils. But now, we'll see what happens, guys. So, let me show you guys how our accounts are doing here. This is all the cards we have. These are all the rentals we are putting in rent that we have already rented right now. So we'll go with the highest rentals to the lowest rentals and which ones are currently rented. So a lot of these Scava Hardlings I actually do rent for a lot of DC. Right now they're renting for 25. And I am renting 3 of them currently. It looks like to the same person, which I don't know why it's the same person, but apparently I'm renting to the same person. But yeah. Or it could be the same person's different account. I don't know. They canceled 2 of them, kept 1. Maybe they messed up the rentals. But Scavos are going for a pretty penny right now, as well as this Lithian I have and this Maggie of Chaos. But my goal here is to minimize the cards or organize it to the sense where I always have rented cards available. Right now I have these cards listed that are not being rented, which are just sitting there kind of wasting space in the sense. But hopefully I get these cards rented because yeah, I want to be able to make a rental income and not just have random cards sitting. So because of that, I decided to sell off some of these cards. You can see them on here. These are the cards I am selling off. I might sell off more cards and see if I could optimize this rental account more. But for now, that's pretty much our strategy. I do want to focus on a strategy we are thinking of using in the marketplace. So for me, for rentals, the best marketplace in my opinion is FlexGG. Why? Because it shows you the market for a card. So here is the market for cards. It shows you over here our YROA, which is pretty much how much we would earn from our rentals in the sense. So it shows how much this card costs on this end, price to buy now. It shows the BCX, shows everything, shows all the stats, shows abilities, and then over here it shows how much you could estimate the rental for this card would be. So we could see here that level 1 renting for 0.475. And the diamond ones here is renting for 19 DC a day. You can also see the chart here and how it's gone down in price over the span of however the 14-day span here. But I believe every single card is like that. Let's look at this Disintegrator, this gold. Oh wait, I clicked the wrong button. Even his rental prices have gone down a good amount, and that's also because towards the end of end of a season, cards do rent for more because everyone's trying to build up their teams and fight for leaderboards. But this is pretty much the idea of how I'm picking my cards. I do think I'm gonna go for the gold foil strategy still, mainly because some of these, like this level 1 here, it does show a good return on investment, but that's because it's low value here plus low value plus on top of that it is renting for under 0.5, which minimum you need to rent for 0.5 to make your DEC back if you are renting that card. If it doesn't rent within that month, then you're technically losing your funds there. So yeah, I'm not a fan of this card. I'm renting this card right now. I am more probably gonna get some Scabos, and I am gonna put a rule and restriction to myself on how I'm gonna do this because I don't want to have a full account just of Scavo Harlings and then Scavo Harlings dump in price or not being able to rent them anymore, which would be really bad. But for now, I think I am gonna stick to my strategy of trying to buy cards that are decent prices and not crazy expensive. So like some of these cards could be considered really expensive. So like Tinderlock here is a good rental level 8, but how much money will I have to spend on a level 8 card? On a level 8 card, it shows I'm going to have to spend $149 to be able to get 217 DC back. Hopefully, if that goes through right, it would work out, but like I said, majority of times it doesn't work out that great, and we would technically want to typically not get that card at all. But again, you could get the cheaper versions of these cards, and you could get like the level 2, which is $5, which you would get 0.808, which is not the best return. It's a 4.2% return. Just not the best. But there's other cards like Scavo, which is one of my favorites here, because I do have quite a bit of them. It is telling me here that I do want to have a level 4 Scavo because I will be renting it for 8 or over. But even the Scavos I have now, realistically, I'm renting for a good value. The Scavos I have right now, these two rented for 25. This guy rented for 15, which is still good value, and they're only level 3s. They're technically renting for more than SplexGG is calculating, which I don't really get why it's showing different values, which is also why this is just kind of a baseline on you could look at this, but as well you could look at how much cards renting for in the regular market. So, like I said, we're looking at the Scavo, gold, we're looking at neutral, where's the Scavo? Oh, we're using Chaos Legion actually. Whoops, wrong click. So Scavo right now, level 3 Scavo is renting for 2 DEC. We could change that to level 4, which is what it recommends us to pick, right? Level 4 is renting for 15 DEC a day, which is what we are probably going to try to buy out right now. Mostly because the Scavo has been doing pretty decent for me. But I do want to set one rule. Like I said, I don't want to buy hundreds of Scavos. I want to set the rule of I want to see if I could buy the cards that are in the gold version, gold ranked version on rentals. So what that means is this strategy here, which is a gold level versions of rentals. Which one's a gold level version of rental? The level 4 is gold level rental version. So that means it's 63% ROA, which this average YROA was calculated with 1,333 cards times days rented in the last 14 days. The more data we have on the card at the given level, the higher the accuracy on this estimate will be. The matter on the right is visually reflecting our confidence in this performance. So pretty much SplexGG is confident that this card is going to be renting for a good amount or has renting for a good amount recently. That's pretty much what it's saying. So do I have faith in that? I kind of do because they are getting data from all these rentals they are doing. There is also a disintegrator here. Looks pretty interesting, but again, this is going to be a level 5 version, which will cost $3 and up. I do want to see what I could do. I do believe in the system of even this one. The regular silver version is pretty decent compared to the gold version. Let's look at that card and see how that's renting. It's actually on the same page as this. So we have to get level 3 at least because it's common. Level 3 is renting for 0.29. So level 3 is not worth it at all for us. Level 4 is renting for 1.8, which level 4 was what they recommended, right? Level 4 is not what they recommend. They recommend level 5, but level 4 is pretty decent. Let's look at the level 5 rental. Level 5 rentals 2.931, which is it's okay. It is something I would probably end up buying just because I don't want to have I want to diversify my portfolio with multiple different cards. But like even this Tinderlock, let's look at his stats and see how he's renting for. Oops, I did not mean to add him to cart because I do not want to buy this card because I don't know if it's worth it. But let's look at Tinderlock. Let's see his stats. They wanted me to buy a diamond level tier of this dude. Let's check out how much a diamond level 1 of him is selling for. It is a rare. It is a max level 1. And it is Rift Watchers. So Tinderlock. Actually renting for 212. Which is good. Yeah, it's a good amount of rentals, but you're spending $149 on that card. Then the silver version is level 6, which you're spending $66. Then a level 4. So technically this card is not bad to get level 3 if you wanna see a baseline of 2.5 DC per day, or if you want to see a baseline of more than that. It's not that bad. You can even get this card level 2. It's actually not terrible, but it is a different ROA than obviously a higher level version. The only problem I have with that, right, is that if I get this card, I'm spending less money and I'm getting a good ROI. Well, if I keep putting it into my buying option, I'm getting a similar amount of DC per day, but I am spending $1 on this card instead of spending the $50 I'm spending on the other card, or not even $50. I'm spending to get 2 DC. I'm spending $11. So it would make sense for me to buy a cheaper card than buying a more expensive card, and that's what I want to figure out how to do that. So the first thing I'm gonna do is buy some of these Scavos because I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is, and I'm gonna definitely buy a level 4 Scavo, which requires 2 BCX, and that's gonna pay me 8.306 DC a day, most likely. Let's see, market again. I completely forgot what it is. I want to have it. I want to have 10 of these cards, a max 10 of these cards. I don't want to have too many. So yeah, level 10 is renting for that much. Let's look at the level 4. That's what we were renting, right? 15. So yeah, we are going to buy at least 10 of those cards. I don't have level 2s. We could check my account and see what I have for him. Scavo. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regulars or level 3s. I want to get 5 level 4s. 5 level 4s, and then we're going to call it there for now, and then hopefully in the future we'll be able to rent more cards. I am going to see if I could track down how much I'm spending on these cards and make a little spreadsheet, so once I do end up selling them, I do know how much I'm selling them for, how much I bought them for originally. I'm not going to place bids on them, I'm just going to straight up buy them. So I want to buy, let's look at, what did I add here? I added a level 3. Okay, let's get this out of here and let's do it the good old-fashioned way of buying like this, because this is going to be easier. A 2 BCX here. I will buy that straight away. I said I want to buy at least 10 of the or 5 of these. That's our first one that we bought there. I do want to buy more. I do like the fact of having a 2 BCX, because if I don't have to buy 2 level 3s. Again, here's a 2 level 3s. Let's buy that up. That's our second level 2. And let's go to Splinterlands and combine those, because I don't want those cards to be rented right away. So we have, here is our 2 that we are combining to a level 4. See, I want to buy at least 3 more of these cards, and these cards should be rented for a pretty penny. Let's see what the estimate rental here shows. Rent this card. Doesn't give me an estimated. Suggested price is 0.92. Well, that's not how it's going to go, because these cards rent for way more than that. Splinterlands is way off. You see, this is why we use Peak Monsters and Splex, because both of them are not accurate. Well, Splex is more accurate because it actually shows. Well, we could go to rentals and look for BCX of Well, price-wise, I guess. 3 BCX. See what? I don't know. Well, pretty much everyone rents off peak monsters anyway, so that's probably more accurate than this. But we have 2 so far. Can we buy another one? We might be able to buy one more. 20 PCX, so we want to buy another 2. Buy that up. Yes. And we want to combine those again, so let's combine those 2. So here we go. Now we have 3 combined. And if these guys do end up getting rented, I will post in the comments these level 4s that I'm buying up. I will post them in the comments after. I think we could buy one more. And I guess we'll be working towards buying our last level 4 after this one. But so far we spent $12 in cards. So let me buy up 2 more. I think we have enough. 1, 2. Yep, we have enough for this last one. And now we have we have 4 level 4s, I believe. Let's check. Yes, so now we have 4 level 4s. I do have some level 3s, and that's mostly because at one point level 3s were doing pretty good rentals, but I did buy up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that is my cap. 5 per level card is my cap. So I'm gonna try to buy out one more set of these Scavell Harlings, and after I buy that set, then we're gonna move on to a different card because we don't want to buy more of those. We want to see if we could buy a different card. So our next card might be this Disintegrator here, but we'll have to look into the stats of how much it costs to buy. Because Scavels are not that expensive compared to this Disintegrator, which could be quite expensive. It's actually not that expensive. It's only $3 to buy a level 5, which is their highest tier ranked one here. And I will want to buy 5 of these as well. Like I said, we're going to be earning our rentals daily, and we're probably going to see if we can buy up more of those cards. At some point, I do want to stop saying, yeah, I'm going to rent these cards for a certain amount of money, because I have earned good amounts of money on sometimes it's 153 here and 145 here. Let's look at some high ones. I do think I have a 300 somewhere, 231. These are where rentals are really high, 206, when you can rent literally any card. So 159. Without having to pay a fee, I believe these were going for a good amount, and I wasn't having paying too much of a fee, so I was like, okay, we're chilling. I have made 213 here, 258 here, 331 here, which is crazy, 393 here, another crazy one. But I do want to see if I could end up getting to a point where I'm making 100 a day again, like I used to. Because right now we are not making 100 a day. We're making 78, 33, 29. Obviously, it's the start of the season, so we can't expect much, but hopefully we get started the season to 100 a day, which would mean end the season towards like 2 or 300, which would be crazy. But yeah, guys, just want to show you a little insight on my rental account and what I am doing. But for now, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all next week. Bye.